Imagine an enormous digital library filled with billions of pages of information gathered from all across the internet. This vast collection is known as the Common Crawl dataset, and it's widely used to train AI models like ChatGPT and GitHub Copilot. But recently, cybersecurity researchers made a shocking discovery hidden within this dataset: nearly 12,000 live API keys and passwords, freely accessible to anyone who looked closely enough. In today's episode of Hack of the Week by Opos, we're diving into how this breach happened, why it's dangerous for everyone from small businesses to global corporations, and most importantly, what you can do to protect yourself and your organization. But before we jump into the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button below to stay up to date every week with the latest cybersecurity news, stories, and practical advice to help you stay safe online. Now, let's unpack exactly what happened and why it matters. First, let's clearly understand what the Common Crawl dataset is. Think of it as a massive snapshot of the internet, a continuously updated digital archive containing billions of web pages, gathered to help tech companies and researchers improve artificial intelligence models. Large language models such as ChatGPT, GitHub Copilot, and others use this data to learn natural language and coding patterns. But here's the catch. These datasets sometimes unintentionally capture sensitive information hidden inside public-facing web pages. In February 2025, cybersecurity experts at Truffle Security were examining an archive dataset from December 2024. Using a powerful scanning tool called TruffleHog, they analyzed over 400 terabytes of internet data. That's equivalent to about 200 million books worth of information. During this process, the researchers found something alarming: nearly 12,000 live API keys and passwords embedded openly within these pages. You might be wondering, what exactly are API keys and why should I be concerned? Think of an API key as a special digital passcode that allows one software application or service to communicate securely with another. For example, your favorite shopping website might use an API key to safely interact with Amazon Web Services, to store data, or Mailchimp to send emails. But here's the problem. If someone else obtains these keys, they could gain unauthorized access to those critical services, leading to potential catastrophic outcomes like data breaches, account takeovers, and fraud. The breach occurred primarily because many developers mistakenly hard-coded these credentials directly into the front-end code of websites, such as HTML and JavaScript, rather than storing them securely behind the scenes on protected server environments. Imagine leaving your house key taped to your front door, visible to anyone passing by. That's effectively what happened here, except digitally. One notable example found by researchers was a single API key for the real estate platform WalkScore, appearing over 57,000 times across nearly 1,900 different websites, greatly increasing the vulnerability. Using TruffleHog, a specialized cybersecurity tool designed to detect hidden API keys and passwords, the researchers systematically scanned the enormous dataset across 20 powerful servers. When they discovered potential credentials, they carefully tested them to verify if they were still active. Shockingly, thousands were valid and functional, granting real-time access to services like AWS, Slack, and Mailchimp. This revealed not just a security gap, but a widespread practice that urgently needed correction. The implications of this discovery are severe. Data theft. Attackers can exploit these keys to access and steal sensitive data, potentially impacting thousands of individuals or businesses. Phishing attacks. Valid API keys can enable criminals to create convincing fake websites or email campaigns designed to trick victims. Service interruption. Attackers may use these credentials to disrupt or damage critical business systems. Moreover, since AI models use the Common Crawl data for training, there is a risk they might inadvertently learn and recommend insecure coding practices, perpetuating vulnerabilities across countless future applications. Immediately after discovering the issue, impacted companies were notified to quickly revoke and rotate their compromised API keys. Revoking disables the keys, while rotating them replaces them with fresh, secure alternatives. The incident highlighted critical security practices. Secure coding standards. Developers worldwide were reminded never to hardcode sensitive credentials in public-facing code. Data sanitization. AI researchers and companies were urged to rigorously scan and cleanse datasets before using them for training, ensuring that sensitive information doesn't accidentally become public. Advanced security tools. Tools like TruffleHog are increasingly becoming adopted to proactively scan and remove sensitive data from online archives. API endpoint penetration testing. Companies were strongly encouraged to regularly perform penetration tests, controlled simulated cyber attacks, to identify and resolve vulnerabilities before they're exploited by cybercriminals. Protecting your organization from similar incidents is achievable with proactive security practices like never hardcode credentials. Always store API keys securely using server-side environment variables or specialized secret management systems. Regular penetration testing. Invest in professional penetration testing services to evaluate the security of your APIs and prevent breaches before they happen. Multi-factor authentication. Wherever possible, activate MFA to add an extra security layer beyond just a password. Monitor and audit regularly. Frequently review your applications and websites for exposed credentials using reliable security scanning tools. Stay educated. Continuously educate yourself and your team about secure coding practices, credential management, and common cybersecurity threats. If you're looking to strengthen your organization's security posture, visit us at www.getopos.com to learn more about Opos's professional penetration testing services, specifically designed to protect your critical API endpoints from cyber threats. The Common Crawl incident isn't just about cybersecurity or technology. It's about trust and safety in our increasingly digital world. Every time sensitive data leaks, trust in technology diminishes. But by taking security seriously, through improved coding practices, thorough testing, and informed awareness, we can create a safer online environment for everyone. As we wrap up this week's Hack of the Week, here are your main takeaways. Always avoid hard-coding sensitive credentials directly into front-end code. Implement rigorous data sanitization practices, especially when preparing data for AI training. Regular penetration testing of your API keys is crucial to prevent breaches proactively. Adopt secure credential management tools to safely store sensitive information. By adopting these practices, you significantly reduce the risk of being the next cybersecurity headline. If you found today's episode helpful, make sure you subscribe to the Opus's channel for more weekly cybersecurity stories and practical advice. And don't forget, protecting your business doesn't have to be complicated. Visit us at www.getopos.com right now to learn more about expert penetration testing services and see how we can help secure your most valuable digital assets. Thanks for watching this week's episode of Hack of the Week, your go-to source for understanding cybersecurity in plain language. See you next week, and stay safe out there.